I know. Okay? I know that Dominguez got sent down to the minors. I just want to set the record straight before we dive into that a little bit deeper. Okay? In the last video, I talked about how Dominguez should have been up with the major league team on opening day. I stand by that. Okay? I stand by that for a variety of reasons. Okay? Before you jump into the comment section and say, oh, I told you so. Okay? It was inevitable. We had to expect this. Okay? You're thinking in the same way of the politics of the game that you've been accustomed to seeing the game through. Okay? I understand that Dominguez hasn't had one at-bat or a game played in AAA. I understand that his at-bats in AA were limited, that he spent a lot of his season last year in High A, where he performed. Okay? And he didn't do well in AA last year. He had a good playoff. Now, I stand by what I said. Because of the fact of what I was able to see and gather based on the at-bats that he had this year in spring training. Now, I'm not talking about numbers, or I'm not here to throw numbers at you. Oh, his average was this. He knocked in this many runs. He hit this many homers, had walks, OPS. I'm not talking about that. Okay? Numbers get you so far. Okay? It's what you see with your own two eyes and what you see, when you know what you're looking for, to really get a good grasp on the player and where he's at. And like I said, Dominguez had great at-bats, quality at-bats, understood the strike zone, managed the strike zone, didn't look overwhelmed on the offensive side of the ball. Okay, defensively, he needs some work, and that will come with more experience. But he's not a detriment defensively right now. He's serviceable. He will be better. Okay. Now, the Yankees do not want to set the precedent. There are a few major league players here, guys like Soto, okay, for example, who had barely any at-bats in AAA, and they made the jump from AA to the majors. That's happened before, okay? But a jump from High A to the majors, it's very, very unprecedented and very, very rare. But it can be done, but the Yankees don't want to set that precedent, and the Yankees want him to marinate a little bit more. Now, if you're going to sit here and tell me that they're going to marinate him defensively and his offensive game is major league ready, fine. I can accept that. But at the same time, based on who we have in the outfield right now, he is better than every single one of them except for Judge. Bader doesn't count. He's hurt. He's out for between 6 and 8 weeks, even though he's progressing well. He might be back sooner. But guys like Hicks, IKF, Calhoun, Ortega, these guys, Dominguez is better than them. Okay? Now and on top of that, it's being reported that he's going to start the season in AA. That, again, makes no sense. Okay? Now, you want players to develop and get better. Yes, you do. But you want them to develop and get better based on the competition that they're playing. If they're playing inferior competition, they're not going to get better. He's outgrown AA already. He's skyrocketing through their system. He should start the season in AAA with an idea that to see him in as early in the second half of the season as possible, or if one of these other guys goes down to injury. The fact that they sent him down so early, it was because they didn't want to see, we held on to him to the last possible second and then we sent him down like they're going to do with Volpe. We'll get to Volpe in a second. Let's finish with Dominguez. Dominguez is ready. He's ready. And there's no reason why he shouldn't be up with the majors, in the majors. If your only excuse is, he doesn't have a lot of minor league experience, you don't know what you're watching. And I say that with the utmost respect. I don't care about the politics of the game. I don't care about, he has to do this. Screw that. Seriously. Okay? It's about, does he make the major league team better? And the answer is yes. He's better than Hicks. Okay? He's better than whoever they're going to put in center field if they keep judging right. So, the politics of the game is keeping him in minor league camp. It's not him. So be careful with what you say in the comment section, because I know you didn't hear the first 5 minutes of this video based on what you're going to say. Okay? Dominguez will be up at some point this season. It'll probably be in the second half, or if an injury occurs. I thought the Bader injury would have been enough, but I guess they need another one. But again, he will be up. I'm expecting him to do 25 to 30 games in AA. Then if he does well there, he's going to jump to AAA. So he'll be in AAA in Scranton before you know it. Now, when I say he's playing inferior competition, he's not going to hit 450. He's not going to hit 475, 500. He's not going to have numbers that jump off the page like that. He's going to hit 325, 330. He's going to hit a ton of home runs. He's going to have a high on base percentage. Those where the numbers matter, right? Spring training, they don't. This is when the numbers actually matter. He's going to have the same type of numbers, maybe a little bit better than what he did in spring training, okay, in AA. And in AAA, again, he's going to show out in AAA too. I would love to see the kid in AAA and start the season in AAA. But again, the Yankees have this MO of marinating their prospects as long as they can. But again, they're cutting their nose to spite their face when it comes to Dominguez, because they make the major league team better. They make the lineup longer. You're adding a switch hitter into the mix, okay? And you're adding an outfielder that you failed to acquire and trade for in the offseason. So if you didn't make the deal because of Dominguez should be closer to major league, prominence than that of AA. Okay, so let's transition now to Volpe. Volpe made the final cut, right? He's still with the major league club. Now I expect him to start the season in AAA. Now he should be up with the major league teams. He's shown that he's ready. He's played well defensively. He's done well offensively. The veterans are talking through the media to the front office saying that they want him with them. Okay? That's also big. The players want them there. They want to play with the kids. They want the kids up helping them win. Okay? That's important, especially when guys like Cole and Judge are saying it. But if you look on the MLB website and you look at their glossary page, they have a whole thing on service time. And when you look at the service time aspect of this whole thing, it's the third paragraph. So a major league season consists of 187 days. And every day that you're on the 26-man roster, it accrues service time every day. So in order to have 1 year, okay, this is from the Major League website, a player is deemed to reach 1 year of major league service time by accruing 172 days in a given year. Upon reaching 6 years of service time, a player becomes eligible for free agency. So the Yankees are going to start Volpe, sadly, again, politics and money management, in AAA and call him up on the 170th day, 165th day, something like that. If you guys remember, this is Chris Bryant all over again. The Cubs did the same exact thing to Chris Bryant before they called him up. He had a red-hot spring, showed he belonged, should have made the team out of camp, sent him down to AAA, made him sit there, and then called him up immediately when they were able to get that extra year. Now with Dominguez, it's a little bit different because his clock hasn't even started, and it's a whole totally different situation. Volpe played in all three levels. Okay, so it's a little bit different. But Volpe's ready. And Volpe makes this team better. What does Volpe add? A guy with speed, a guy that gets on base, a leadoff hitter. Now, the one thing I hope that he adds to his game is a little bit more patience at the plate. I love aggressiveness at the plate. I've said it in other videos, and I'll stick to that. But if he wants to be a leadoff hitter that hits in front of Judge, which I think eventually he will be, he needs to see more pitches. The job of a leadoff hitter is to see as many pitches as you can, work the count, let the other players see those pitches, and also report back to the hitters behind you, letting them know, he's got his changeup is working today. Slider's a little flat. Fastball's got some late life to it, some late tail. Those type of things. But, again, he's going to start this season in AAA. Peraza's going to be your opening day shortstop because of politics and because of the fact that they're going to try to accrue an extra year of service time out of him. Now, I disagree with that. I think that, again, he should be up with the big club at a camp, but that's not the reality of the situation. The Yankees are going to manipulate his service time. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your talks. I love the fact that the conversations that I do have and the comments I do answer, sometimes I just leave a like on it because there's really nothing to say in return. But those who I do talk to, it's a great conversation. It's a great debate, right? That's the thing about baseball, like I've said. Everybody sees the game through a different prism. Everybody sees the game through a different lens. And to kind of take two lenses, the way I see it and somebody sees it differently, come together and we have a conversation. I'll learn something and you'll learn something, right? It's important. And I just want to say thank you to those people who have subscribed. We're almost at 600. Thank you for joining this journey that I've started a couple of months ago. It's only going to get better. Just some forewarning. If you don't already know, because I've said it in other videos, I am a varsity assistant baseball coach here in New York. For my fellow coaches out there who watch the channel, you guys know the spring season started March 13th. Some of you guys are already out on the field like we are, and some of you guys are stuck inside because of that snowstorm and the field is still wet. So good luck to all those high school coaches out there right now who are listening. Hopefully, maybe, you guys are in the same section that we're in, and I'll see you on the field, and we'll get to coach against each other. But that's why the videos are not coming out at a faster clip. Because of those reasons. Once the regular season starts for the Yankees and my regular season starts and I have more of an idea of what my schedule is going to look like, right now we're practicing every day. There's no breaks. We got to get these kids eligible. It will be more regular, which will be good. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video.